Hi, this is Dave. Welcome to Old Dad Studio. Today is Sunday, March 30th, 2025. I had to stop and think that, what's the date today? One of the things that I wanted to provide just a quick update on, and I don't know if you can tell or not, if you happen to be a frequent viewer of this vlog, my voice is a little bit different today, and I was really down yesterday. And I think part of the reason I was struggling yesterday is not only just was I struggling creatively, but I got some crud. So I have picked something up somewhere. I'm going to try not to sniffle into the microphone so you don't have to listen to me sniffle. But there's a bunch of stuff in my throat right now as well, so my voice is a little bit off. But I do have a nice warm cup of coffee here. And yes, I know coffee. Caffeine's a whole nother thing, but I'm going to have some coffee because it warms my throat. Now with the vlog today, I thought what we'd do is we do the follow-up, the second half, really, of the vlog that we did a couple of days ago where I was trying to draw a clock and get the clock to say 7:15. I wasn't able to do it in any of the images that we drew using the image generators. I'm going to use the same 4 today that I used previously, but this time we're going to try to draw that wine glass that Nate was talking about in his video. And here's a screen grab from his video from TikTok showing his wine glass. And what he explained is that he was trying to get the wine glass to be overflowing. So that's what I tried as well. I tried 2 different commands just like I did before. One of them was a very simple command. The second one was a little bit more descriptive, but I didn't use AI to generate the second command like I did the first time around. I just added in details about what I wanted. The image what we're looking for is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, so I didn't use a large complex prompt to try to get what we were going after. All right, first up is ChatGPT, and the prompt I gave is very simple. Draw a wine glass overflowing with red wine. Now, the image that it brought back, it kind of has the right concept. It's got red wine, only it's more of a splash coming out of the glass than a wine glass which is full and overflowing. So they had the kind of the right concept that wine is splashing out of the glass or that wine is coming out of the glass. But notice the wine glass itself, it's still only about half full. So what I was looking for was really that overflowing, and that's really, I think, the key term here is I'm looking for an overflowing wine glass. So this really was close, but not exact. All right, here's what DALL gave us. Now, DALL gave us a much more stylized image coming back where it filled in the whole background and gave us some wine casks in the background, some wine bottles. But it did the same thing that ChatGPT did, where the glass is about half full and it has the splash coming out. Now it does have some red wine on the table as well, much like Nate's picture where the wine was just on the table. But it's not overflowing, right? The key word here is we're looking for an overflowing glass of wine. Now this is just the simple request. So we'll get into a more detailed request in a second, but let's look at the other image generators and what they did with the simple command that I gave them. Now here's what Reeve gave us. It was wine pouring into a wine glass. There's nothing overflowing about this, but it wasn't the standard half full glass of wine either. But it did miss the mark when we were looking for that overflowing element of the wine glass. Now for Crayon, for the simple command, again, it gave us all half full glasses of wine. None of these images have anything to do with overflowing wine. The second, a little bit more complex request was to draw a wine glass that is full of red wine to the point of which red wine is overflowing down the outside of the glass. Now, surprisingly, ChatGPT and the new 4.0 didn't do too bad. Now, this image is a full glass of wine. It looks like it's got even a little froth there on top, but there is wine trickling down the outside of the glass. So it was able to do much more of the concept that we were trying to go for. It's not a huge overflow of wine, but it is a little bit of trickle of wine on the outside of the wine glass. Now, for DALL, again, the wine glasses were not full. There was some motion in the wine glasses that they were they were pouring wine into the glasses, but look at the bubbles of wine that it has like outside of the wine glass. It wouldn't spray out of the glass that way, so it didn't understand, or it could not draw what we were asking it to do. Now, for Reeve, nothing overflowing here. It's just a cartoonish drawing of a half full glass of wine. That's it. That's all Reeve gave us. And for Crayon, the 9 images that it gave back, all of them are half full glasses of wine. Some of them have the motion in it, where they're pouring the wine. So here's what we got for that. The one image does look like something is like leaking outside of the glass, maybe through the glass. It doesn't necessarily look like wine though. So it did not get the concept either. Now for DALL, Reeve, and Crayon, all 3 of those, since they couldn't draw the overflowing glass of wine, and where ChatGPT did, but for those other 3, I thought I would give them one more chance to redeem themselves and make it a simpler command, but still very specific. So what I asked them to do was to create an image of a full wine glass. So the wine glass is full. Spoiler alert, none of them could do it. So here's what we got from DALL-E. Just half full glasses of wine. Here's what we got from Reeve. Again, another cartoonish image, nowhere near full. And here's what we got from Crayon. No full glasses of wine here. Out of the 4 that we tested, ChatGPT didn't do too bad. I actually was impressed with the result that we got back from ChatGPT. It wasn't perfect, but it did have the concept of some wine overflowing on the outside of that wine glass. The wine glass was full. It wasn't half. So it was closer to what we were looking for in the image. Once again, and if you've watched a few of my videos right now, you're going, Dave, I know what you're going to say. Yes, I'm going to say it again. Artificial intelligence, AI models, they are not perfect. You cannot take all of the data that they're giving you, all of the information they're giving you, all of the images that they are giving you as fact. They make mistakes. They have hallucinations. They don't always know. They can only provide information based on what they were trained on. So if they were only trained on a limited set, and this is a perfect example, the set of images that these image generators were trained on were half full glasses of wine. So that's all they know. That's all that they can provide back. Do not trust 100% the information and the data you're getting from AI at this point. It's a great tool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knacking AI overall. I'm saying there's this one area that is still a pitfall that folks need to realize. You can't just ask it something and take whatever it gives back to you as 100% fact. You have to do some research. You still have to verify your data, but it is a fabulous tool, and I use it almost every single day. And if you're looking to help format things or write things or research things, it can do a lot of that, and it does fantastic. But still, please verify your data, verify your results, and make sure what it is giving you is the actual and real data that you need. Now, I kind of want to make a political joke here and say, don't be like Pete Hegseth and just take your ChatGPT data and copy it into your Signal chat. Sorry. All right, I'm going to say that's completely unverified at this point in time, so just making a little bit of joke, having a little bit of fun. My point is, verify your data. Don't just take it at face value. And this is what we're going to wrap it up for today, vlog number 89. I'm going to go get some rest, but hey, I will see you tomorrow.